Hello everyone and welcome to a new video interview for Jogonet Gaming News. We're just a few weeks away from ICE London, the first major gambling event of the year, and we are all very eager to learn what's new in gaming at the expo. That's why today we are joined by Tim Kennedy, Vice President of Sales for Europe at SUZOHAPP, who will be sharing with us the company's plans for the event. Hello Tim, and thank you for joining us.
Hi, welcome. Nice to meet you again.
Well, as I was saying, SUZOHAPP is set to participate at the upcoming ICE London edition in February. I understand that two new additions to the company's sports betting ecosystem will be on display, the SBT 500 Plus bar top and the SBT 2000 seated model. Can you describe them for us?
Absolutely, yeah. So this time around at ICE, which is, I guess for us, the first full version of ICE after COVID, so very important show for us. So yeah, the sports betting terminals, the two products that we're showing, we have a bar top terminal which now also accepts bills. So for the walk-up players who don't want to necessarily open an account or go to the counter and deposit money, they can walk up with bills and or notes, as we'd say in Europe, place a bet immediately. And then the 2000 is a sit-down cabinet, which would be very applicable for stadium-style operations or theatre-style operations. It's also compatible with it's compatible with wheelchairs. So basically, you know, it's fully inclusive. You can be seated or you can be at a wheelchair and in a very comfortable environment, have a drink next to you and place a bet. So, and it basically rounds out the whole ecosystem, everything from the countertop, floor standing terminal, bar top with cash, and now the sit down terminal. So we do the full range of to meet all the requirements of sports betting.
And in the case of the SBT 500 Plus, it is an updated model of the SBT 500, which was launched last year, right? In what
That's
ways
correct.
is it different from that previous edition?
Yeah, so it contains a bill acceptor on an accessory plate, and it can be let into the furniture. So instead of just placing it on a bar top or on a table, operators have the opportunity to actually build the note acceptor into the furniture and place the 500 on top. So it's kind of an upgrade path for the existing 500.
And besides these two new products, what else will be showcased at the event? What else will attendees find at the company's stand?
Yeah, we'll also be introducing our range of Counter products. So that's cash redemption terminals. And we've been partnering with Counter in the USA with a lot of success, where they have experience of integrating many casino management systems and recently integrating to sports betting platforms as well. So creating that bridge between the two systems. We'll be introducing those in the UK and in Europe for the first time. So very excited about that. And we're able to offer those products to a number of new customers. So that we're very much looking forward to that.
Well, actually, before ICE, SUZOHAPP has already participated in an event this year at the EAG Expo. What was the reception like to the company's products at that meeting? And what I would like to know is what are your expectations for this year in terms of events? Many of them are returning. We will also probably see a rebound in visitation to events from what we have seen during the pandemic.
Yeah, so EAG, as you say, is very much focused on the amusement industry, mainly in the UK, but also some visitors from Europe. We used it as a kind of a barometer to test how the market was feeling about the future. and the reception was very strong. And in fact, from an operator's point of view, they pretty much universally had the same message to us, which was last year was a very good year. A number of operators, their revenues were very strong, and the visits that they got from consumers was very strong, which was good to hear. As far as ICE is concerned, again, we are introducing a number of new products in the 3 sectors that we work in. So gaming, sports betting, and also amusement. So we're introducing products in all of those areas. And we want to reach out to our customers and partners to understand what their requirements are for the coming year, to make sure we're developing the right products and servicing them in the way that they would expect. But in summary, I would say EAG was very positive. The visitors that we got had some very focused conversations. So there was, prior to COVID, visitation would be very high, but the amount of business was not always as high. Whereas I think post-COVID now, the conversations are a lot more focused on actually trying to solve problems and conclude business.
Well, now going back to ICE, but also speaking about the post-COVID landscape, organizers of the event had said that they expect this new edition to be the biggest on record yet. I imagine that you, just like us, you are very looking forward to this event. What opportunities do you see in this case, in a specific, in this expanded edition of ICE, returning to its pre-pandemic glory? And what kind of conversations do you expect to have there?
Yeah, so last year, if you remember, a number of land-based vendors pulled out of ICE at the last minute due to a number of reasons, but one of the reasons was the rescheduling because of COVID. So it coincided with Easter. And so the show was very much focused on online and payment systems, and land-based operations didn't really feature very highly. So I would say, from an opportunity point of view, this version of ICE is the best opportunity we have for portraying the future of land-based gaming, which is very exciting. And then the kinds of conversations that we intend to have with customers are all around our solutions business. So we have a number of new products that are complete solutions, like our sports betting ecosystem. And so we can have different conversations with customers, whereas in the past we were talking about spare parts or dealing through a third party. Now we can have direct conversations with operators on, what business problems they're trying to solve, which SUZOHAPP's hardware solutions can resolve.
Of all the things that will be on display at ICE London, what do you think will attract the most attention from attendees at the event? What will be the real winner, and and in what way would you say that these new solutions that the company has fit the current needs of potential clients?
Yeah, so I think the counter payment systems will attract a lot of attention because of their flexibility and the ability of Counter to integrate to a number of different software platforms. That's the first thing. And I think the second thing is a full range of sports betting terminals. So, we've had a great deal of success in the USA, and I think a lot of sports betting operators in Europe now are looking to refresh their estates. And we're one of the few companies that can demonstrate a full range of options. And we're more than willing to open up those conversations with operators and talk about their future requirements.
Well, to finish the interview, what I would like to ask from you is to reflect on the gaming industry. because we're now entering a new year with 12 full months of gaming ahead of us. And what I would like to know is, what are your forecasts for how the industry will develop this year, and which new trends do you see in the areas in which SUZOHAPP participates?
Yeah, so I think COVID has affected the market greatly. So land-based gaming was particularly hard hit because the venues were closed. Last year was all about reopening and re-establishing and re-inviting customers back into venues. I think this year now is all about reinvestment. So looking to the future, how can operators now reinvest in their businesses to start competing against each other? I think despite comments in the media around the economy and the poor economic situation, normally gaming is very robust as a business, and the early indications are that if the end of 2022 continues in the same way, 23 will be a very good year. The early indications are that the economy will start to improve and gaming revenues again will be strong. So I think it could be a very exciting year.
Okay, well, looking forward to the year, and we believe it will be a great year for gaming as well. So thank you for joining us today, Tim.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.